moving on to moving forward, the next section, in the audio called I'm Done with ITTP, Now What? These are just the next steps to think about. There is a full transcript of this in Module 10, which is nice, but I also provided a summary PDF for you with bullet points, just for some quick reminders. Sometimes it's easier to just glance down a list for some of those questions that you might have. And one additional suggestion for you that I think is very helpful is that you review the curriculum sequence protocol that was provided in Module 3. And hopefully you've got that already in the general curriculum tab of your binder. So this is just to remind yourself of the big picture of the curriculum, the required components, and where it kind of all generally fits together. And in the extras section, this is a really nice summary of the supplemental programs in that chart there. My recommendation is that when you are just starting out teaching, don't worry too much about the supplemental programs just yet. It's better to focus on the core curriculum and the big conversations first. And as you feel ready to devote some extra time to the training and figuring out how to teach these supplemental programs, then you can start adding them in. And just FYI, there were no supplemental programs when I began teaching. In fact, they're a fairly new addition, maybe since 2012, maybe. And so I just have the core curriculum, and you know, there's a lot of content in the core curriculum. But the supplemental programs are wonderful if you're looking for something to enhance our core curriculum, or you need something a little extra for a student. So just keep those in mind. Now, an exception to that in the supplemental programs is the Teacher Workshop Series. We use the abbreviation TWS. Those are not programs that you deliver to students. Those are kind of a more in-depth training and ideas for teaching particular programs. Those are all just fabulous. So if you're feeling like you need more direction in a particular program, check out those titles and see if there's something that speaks to you there. They're all fantastic. And at any rate, I strongly encourage you to print that last page of the supplemental program overview PDF and keep that in your binder as well. It's a very handy reference. The Playground Simply Music blog is wonderful. It has great content. You'll find some really super interesting articles, interviews, some resources. There are some tutorials in there. And in fact, I had done a tutorial on kind of dressing up the blues songs a little bit with some simple tricks several years ago, and people really liked that one. And there's a lot of really great content in there. So you can check out the archives in there sometime when you're spending some time developing yourself as a teacher. Just for your information, teachers and students are automatically subscribed to the Playground unless they uncheck a box in their sign up. I think it's in the registration screens. The information about the self-study program is, I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but any questions that you have, I'm happy to discuss during our live coaching call. Now, that is it for the initial teacher training program. So we're not done yet though. We're going to get into some practical steps that you can take next to feel just really confident and ready to start teaching your students. I will see you in lesson 3.